Okay, question 6. 6a, 3 over 10. To write a fraction as a percentage is the same idea. We just multiply the fraction by 100%. So this is the same as 100 over 1%. We can simplify, divide this by 10 to get 1, divide this by 10 to get 10. So our answer is 30 over 1%, which is just 30%, because anything over 1 is itself. B, 3 over 100 times 100 over 1%. The 100 get crossed out nicely. We can divide both of them by 100, one numerator with one denominator. We get 3 over 1%, which is 3%. C, 3 over 1,000 times 100 over 1%. I can just cross out an equal amount of 0, and we get 3 over 10%. And D, 2.5 times 100 over 1%. We get 5 over 2 times 100 over 1%. Divided by 2 to get 1, divided by 2 to get 50. So we get 250 over 1%, or just 250%. And then E, 20.5 times 100 over 1%. So this is 20 times 2 is 40, plus 1 is 41. 41 over 2 times 100 over 1%. We can divide this by 2 to get 1, divide by 2 to get 50. And now we just need to do 41 times 50. We get 2,050%. F, 200.5 times 100%. You know, it's actually much easier if I just change that into a decimal, because 200.5 is 200.5, right? And then now I can do the same trick. I just move the decimal point 2 to the right. Right? I can just add 2 extra 0. And then move the decimal point 2 to the right. And that should give me 20,050. It's much easier than trying to do the multiplication with fractions for that particular question. This is 1 over 5 times 100 over 1%. Divided by 5 to get 1, divided by 5 to get 20. And we get 20%. H, 1 over 50 times 100 over 1%. Divide 50 by 50 to get 1, divide 100 by 50 to get 2. And we get 2%. And I, 1 over 500 times 100 over 1%. We can just cross out an equal amount of 0 to get 1 over 5%. J, 2 and 3 over 5 times 100%. So 3 over 5 is just 0.6. We can say that's 2.6 times 100%. And then I can use the same trick, just move the decimal point 2 to the right. 1, 2. And we get 260%. K, 3 and 1/3 times 100%. Remember, 1/3 is just 0.3 repeating. So I can give this a few more decimal points. And then now I can move the decimal point 2 to the right. So this is 333.3 repeating percent. And then L, 5 and 5 over 6 times 100%. So if you still remember from the earlier question, 5 over 6 is just 0.83 repeating. I can give it a few more decimal point, and then now I can move the decimal point 2 to the right. So this becomes 583.33 repeating percent. I can also say this is 583.3 repeating percent, right? This repeating and that repeating is really the same thing. And that's L. Moving on to M. Two over 9 times 100%. So one thing that I didn't tell you is, there's a trick here. Anything over 9 represent a repeating decimal. So 1 over 9 is 0.1 repeating. 0 over 9 is 0.2 repeating. 3 over 9 is 0.3 repeating. If you think about 3 over 9, this is the same as 1/3 if you simplify. Right? So on and so forth. Right? Your A over 9 is going to be 0.8 repeating. Okay, so 2 over 9 is really just 0.2 repeating times 100%. I can give this a few more decimal points. I can move the decimal point 2 to the right, and we get 22.2 repeating percent. And then N, 1 over 11 times 100% over 1. So this one I would just multiply and then do a long division. So 11 times 9 is 99. Subtract, and I'm back to 1 divided by 11. Well, actually, this is 100 divided by 11. Okay, let me see. So at a point 0, line up the decimal point, move the 0 down, and then add another 0, move it down. And now we are back to 100 goes, 11 goes into 100 how many times? It's going to be 9. 99. We subtract, add an extra 0, move it down. And of course, 11 goes into 10 0 times. Add an extra 0, move it down, and then we get 9 again. So the 9 is repeated. So this is just 9.09 repeating percent. Oh, 3 over 7 times 100 over 1%. We get 300 over 7%. So maybe I'll just leave it like that. They didn't really tell me to convert it into a decimal or anything like that. So I'm just gonna leave it like that for O. And then P, 7 1/3 times 100 over 1%. This is 1/3 is 0.3 repeating. We can add a few more 3s. So now this will allow us to move the decimal point 2 places to the right. 1, 2. We got 733.3 repeating percent. Okay, that's the end of question 6. I'll see you in question 7.